college level. I could take my time and stay out there on my radio show and broadcast in other ways. But I'm looking at what's happening today, and I got to see change in a positive way. The media has put a spin to things since day one. TV has corrupted your children and corrupt ourselves, because the only thing you watch TV for is for drama. Well, guess what? Drama is what we have now. So hope you're happy. So I'm like what my man said on the end, turn the TVs off. I do talk radio, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I try to be motivational, but bottom line, you can turn it off a little bit and get back into your family values and get back to your morals of what you stand for. You can understand what's happening, because we got away from that. I believe in loving one another and getting back with one another, and that's why I'm out here today. So I sacrifice my time to come out here so I can see something new happening, because the old is continuing. Trump and everything about him is old. You want something new? Look in front of you. Because again, that's why I'm here. I'm doing this, I'm giving up of my time because I care about every one of you. So when y'all walk around and you get mad, understand there is people out there that do care. I'm one of them. But you get mad and then you don't do nothing with it. That's not what I'm about. And that's not why I came. I came to show you we can come together. And it is somebody that do care. My radio station is open for anybody that want to do something positive. But again, if you just want to come out one day and just do something, I'm bigger than that. And I always will be. But the whole thing about us coming together is staying together. And that's what's broken. And that's why they keep saying fickle. That's why we fickle, because we started but we won't finish it. I started just to put an end to what I don't like. To start something that I do want to see. Us coming together in positive ways. So I applaud everybody that came out today. There might not be a room full, but it's a room full of people that really care. Because some of them other folks out there, they ain't been won over yet. So I need y'all to go back and let them know that you know something. We strong enough. When you gonna wake up. Because it's a wake-up call of America today. So let's wake up.
All right.
I just want to say real quick. Number one, I am honestly more than satisfied with everybody that is in this room, because God knows that He brought y'all all here for a reason. So I'm very thankful that y'all all came. So let's just give a hand for everybody that's in this room. Because there's power in this room, because y'all made the decision to be here. Before we go on with the question, I want you guys to stay right there. But I know that one thing we keep saying is how now we're living in a Republican country. So I want to ask all my panelists, being that that is the situation that we are in right now, what are the kind of things that we as young people can be doing actively every single day? What type of things can we be doing right now?
Good evening, everybody. Again, my name is Donald, graduating senior biology major here. And for me, one thing that we can do, for one, is just become more knowledgeable. Like, to me, I found that being a big issue amongst us as millennials. A lot of us aren't knowledgeable enough to even understand the ballot. And all of us are quick to go on social media, Instagram, Snapchat, or whatnot. Well, why not go to, you want to vote and have a sticker and post it, but you don't even know what you voted for. Like, I heard people on the promenade telling their friends, girl, I don't even know what I voted for. Like, it was questions on there. I ain't like, you can go on Snapchat and Instagram. Why not take 2 seconds? You can look up a ballot on the internet. I'm not even sure if y'all even knew that, but you can look up a ballot on the internet. Like me, I'm not the most knowledgeable in that subject, but I went to vote and I made sure that I knew what I was voting for. Like, I took the initiative to care about and become knowledgeable in the subject. So that's just one thing I say we should do, just become more knowledgeable.
Okay, so let me energize y'all real quick. I think we did a damn good job on the election. OSD, they got voted down. You guys know what OSD is? Opportunity School District. So that didn't go through, right? And so Opportunity School District, as we know it to be, is not as nice as it sounds. The governor tried to take over our schools and privatize them. We all know that anytime you privatize anything, there's big money, it's a big business. And so we got many voters and many organizations got behind and educated the public on why they should not vote for OSD. That's Amendment 1. And so that's something to be proud of. The fact that everyone came out and showed up, that's something to be proud of. So we didn't do such a bad job. What's next? We must actively resist the system of oppression. The same system that limits us, the same system that restricts us, that's what we must do. Now is not the time to give up. We all know that the government and white people create distractions, they create illusions, they create drama to divide our people. And so right now, we're living right now in an area that's being gentrified. So while we're focused on the Donald Trump, that's something to focus on, absolutely. We need to focus on this gentrification that's going on around our black schools, around our black neighborhoods, right? We need to continue to put our black people in position of power. We need to own businesses, own homes in our neighborhoods. Let's not forget about that. See, we're fighting a war on two fronts. Of course, you got depression with the government, but then we have our own neighborhoods that we have to control, keep safe, and maintain. We don't own anything. This is what I suggest, and this is going to be one of the last things I say is, all right, we'll try to keep it one of the last things. But we must own stuff. Let's talk about financial literacy, economical empowerment, right? Ashe? Black dollars matter, Ashe. Black dollars matter, Ashe. And so when you own businesses, that's how you get your financial capital, right? And so there's so many gas stations in our black neighborhoods that black people don't own, that black people don't even work at. It's always got Mr. Abdul over there running the gas station, right? And he's rushing you out, hurry up and buy. And then they're selling drug paraphernalia in our communities. You can buy a crack pipe, also known as a kit, with a lighter and a Brillo pad at the gas station, right? Now, they don't sell that stuff to their own people, but they'll sell it to some niggas, right? They'll come bring poison into our communities and sell it to us. They'll disrespect you while you're shopping at in a black neighborhood. How you gonna pay somebody to disrespect you? How you gonna finance your own oppression? Right? Yeah. So what we must do is start buying businesses. You guys as students need to join some type of activism group. And what you should do is put pressure on your presidents of the universities. Because we know, outside the community, we know that they teach y'all not to go outside these gates. And they tell you how dangerous it is. How are you afraid of your own people? This is your neighborhood too. And so Parkland, Spelman, Morehouse, you guys have a social responsibility. You guys have a moral obligation to leave these compounds and get involved with the community. And so your issue is my issue. My issue should be your issue, brother. Right now, this is a prime example of how we need to stick together. And let's not allow division and distractions to divide our people.
All right. Go, Philip.
All right, so I'm going to be straightforward with you guys. I'm a straightforward person and really plain honest. I think that we need to take the opportunity to realize and understand that I think what happens with us as a people is that we just get comfortable. We get too comfortable. We got real comfortable with Obama, and we just got a little too happy. And what happens is we feel like what happened was at 11:30, we was just like, well, maybe something might happen. And then everybody went to sleep and then woke up angry. I don't understand why we woke up angry when we should have been angry when he got the nomination. Then they're asking us, what should we do? The thing that we should do is get educated. Because what's going to happen here is that our anger is going to last way too long. Yeah. We're going to be angry for a long time. Guess how long we'll be angry for? Until the next election. And then we're going to say, we're back at this again. We're going to have the same discussion. What happens is we're going to be graduating, and we're going to have the same discussion with different people. Why are we going to continue repeating the same thing over and over? When are we going to actually wake up and figure out there's a solution to this?
Breaking the cycle.
It was only 60 years ago that they figured out a solution. Guess what we did? We got comfortable. I got a right to vote. I got somewhere to live. And what we did was, we got somewhere to live, we got somewhere to vote, we got a place to go to school, and what we figured out to do is, let me, for the person who looks like me, get angry at them. The reason why I'm going to say that we are not educated is because we're going to sit here and act like we didn't vote. The reason is we're minorities, and we did vote. We went out there and voted the heck out of the election. But nobody knows that. Why? Because we sat there and listened to the media tell us
Who to vote for?
80% of black people went out and voted for Hillary. But nobody knows that. What happened was, white people got excited and said, these people got comfortable way too long, and they won't think that we're going to go out there and take control over what belongs to us. Well, since you brought us here, now it's time for us to take control of what belongs to all of us. And nobody's going to do that. Nobody. Because what we're going to do is we're going to continue pointing fingers at each other and trying to figure out what's the problem with one another. Instead of saying, how about I take my problem and your problem, let's put that together, and let's go down to our local officials and force them to do something. Because all what happens is, what y'all could have did was, in those ballots, if you voted in the state of Georgia, you did not have to vote for these Republican candidates. But what you did was you got comfortable and said, well, that's the only name I see. Now, you didn't have to write in the name, you shouldn't vote for them. Because what happened was, you just gave them another vote. We're American citizens for a reason. And I just don't understand why we just don't take the time to just wake up and look at the big picture. And I think, I tell this all the time to most people, we be shooting so far when we can start small and work our way. We're worried about Trump. And I don't understand, like, we should be worried about him, but let's worry about the things that's happening right around us.
We're going to take the Dr.
All right.
I don't need the mic. Can you all hear me in the back? Yeah. Okay. This is going to be very controversial, and I want you to hold on because it's going to come from somebody who actually works at the school. I think you all need to follow what my brother did. You need to get your money right. How do you do that? You get your credit right. You maintain your credit. That's number one. Number two, resist some of these student loans that they're throwing at you. This is a wonderful institution, and it's a wonderful AU center, and it's a wonderful HBCU existence. But when you all walk out of here in 4 years, you'll have $100,000 or more in debt. So before you walk out, folks, you're gonna need this. You're gonna need this. You're gonna need this. Hold on before you run. I see you. Hold on. I know you're shaking your head. This is gonna take 1 second. What I need you to do is I need you to write 1-page autobiography and send it to about 10 to 15 different scholarship agencies. There are scholarship monies out there for you. Do not sign another student loan. Do not spend the refund that you keep getting and you do your hair, you get food, you chill with it. Stop getting all of that money because you will have to pay it back. That's number two. Number three, and this is the last piece. If you do not use your money the right way, you know you won't be able to get a house, you won't be able to get a car, you won't be able to get Social Security, you won't be able to do all the great things that you want to do when you get out of here. So at this point, right here, right now, get your money right. Financial literacy is real big. Make sure that your money is tight. Don't let Clark Atlanta University pimp you. Do not let Spelman pimp you. Do not let Morehouse pimp you. Do not let Georgia State pimp you. Because at the end of the day, they're going to get their money.
Thank you. And one of the things I actually wanted to add to that before I let a couple of my panelists speak, and I get to you guys, because trust me, I'm going to get to y'all. Like I said, this is an open conversation. Whatever you got to say, please say it. But with financial literacy, it was a financial literacy conference here this weekend, and the show up was terrible. We have to take the initiative to find out when these things are happening. We go to a historical black college or university. People do not want HBCUs around. So when we're talking about things that we can be doing, we can be fighting for our HBCU over everything, honestly. Not only is it taking control of our black dollars, which is one of the most important things that we need to do right now, but at this financial literacy conference where I was, And I bought this shirt. The maker of the film Black Friday that everybody needs to watch. Black Friday, Black Friday, Black Friday. Please look it up. I know that you have to purchase it, but it's worth the money. And he had a panel, and the panel discussion was amazing. And in that, I heard David Anderson. If y'all don't know who he is, please look him up. David Anderson, David Anderson, David Anderson. He said, the one thing about police brutality is how we can control it through over-insuring ourselves. Everybody sees all these GoFundMe pages when every single time that one of our black brothers and sisters are shot down. They didn't have life insurance. So nobody's having to pay up, nobody's having to do jail time when they're being killed. Now, if we were to over-insure ourselves, then the government would be having to pay up whenever we were dying. So you know who would be at the forefront trying to fight for our lives? The insurance companies, because they don't want to pay every single time somebody's dying, especially if we're dying in mass numbers like we are. They're not going to want to be paying. So that's one way right there with police brutality. And the biggest thing that my panelists are saying right now is educate yourselves, and educate yourselves. Because we are so powerful, especially these panelists.
I want to speak about the finances of the student. How many of you guys in here have jobs while going to school? How many do work study to pay for their tuition? How many of you guys know that you can make $180,000 just not even a mile of the streets working at the Georgia Dome and the Phillips Arena? Your tuition, so you would not have to get student loans. The company is called Letty Restaurants. It's right in your community. The company is called Letty Restaurants. They at every arena, from LA to Atlanta to the Georgia Dome to the Phillips Arena. Now, how this game works is, you start a nonprofit organization. It can be to support the student's education. You get a group of 10 to 18 people. Let's factor in $180,000. That's what a group made last year. Minimal work, working the minimal events. If you guys get a group of 18 people, $180,000 at Clark Atlanta tuition is roughly around about $10,000 for tuition a semester. That will cover a semester. That will cover a semester in the 6 months prior time, 18 people tuition. You won't have to look for Sallie Mae, and if you do it every day per every event, you won't have to look for no more money. You can make $3,000 a day, going in at 4 o'clock and getting off at 9. Long as you're the age of 18 years or older, you won't have to take out these student loans. You won't have to wait on the government to give you anything, and you can be a successful college student. Yeah. Quit waiting on someone to give you something. Pay attention to your finances. Open up business. Start black college businesses on campus and around your community. Another thing I want to tell you guys, have knowledge of who's running for these elections. It's very important. It's very important that you guys are knowledgeable about who's running. Who's running in your local community? Who's running in your local office? I preached this before the presidential election, and it turned out exactly like I predicted, because I did my research. And when someone says, hey, what experience do you have in politics? My question is to you, what experience you have knowing how the struggle feels of a single mother putting 3 boys through a private institution? A lot of us, we look at our grandparents and they're suffering. They're trying to decide whether they're going to get their medication or they're going to pay their rent. A lot